This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Thursday, June 22nd, 2017. The title of this rant will be, Hey, Mr. Minority, increase sanctions to stop Russian hacking. Now, we know right now that the betrayer of trust has not even acknowledged that Russia hacked into our election system in 2016. And if we had the money and we had the laws and we did things starting today to make sure that we wouldn't get hacked in 2018 or 2020, it just wouldn't all be in place by that time. And we haven't even begun to address that. So, and of course, we also know that Mr. Minority wants to decrease sanctions at the same time. But here's my idea. Let's bring Russia to its knees on all of this. We can get them to stop, right? So if we look at Russia, outside of their military, outside of their sale of oil, pretty much everything else with them, outside of a fair number of billionaires, is they're a third world country, all right? I'm going back a couple of years, but I think it was 2012, 2000, whatever. 16% of their GDP was directly related to oil and gas. Over 50% of their federal budget came from oil and gas. 70% of their exports came from oil and gas. They're technically a one-trick pony. Now, they do sell $15 billion or so a year in arms, but the United States sells tremendously a lot more in arms, and also our stuff is much, much better. Russia has huge state ownerships of things. They have oligarchy, they have mafia, they have tremendous amount of money laundering because people are trying to get their money out of Russia all over the place. They need foreign capital. And right now, I think it was 2015 or 2016, they had a negative GDP. They might not have had, they may have a negative GDP for a couple of years, or if they do, they're just barely getting above that. So they need foreign capital. Obama put sanctions on them when they invaded the Ukraine and they took over the Crimea. Obama increased sanctions on them in December of 2016 in reference to their hacking into the 2016 election. And the thing that we know right now is the betrayer of trust will not do anything in terms of sanctions, increased sanctions on them. But if we made those sanctions hard enough, they would stop doing it, even if we can't set up our own system to be fail-proof by 2018 or 2020. But again, this also begs the question, is that for the loser, not acknowledging this, not wanting to address this, tells us that there must be something else going on, and we need to find out.